All right, y'all, this is the first portion of Pliny letter 9.6. This is the one where he's talking about living in the city, Rome, and how loud it is normally, but that he finds quiet when the circus games are happening because everybody's there. And all of a sudden it's quiet. And he talks about how he thinks that the people who love the circus games, I guess, are crazy. I really like this one. I feel like that's how I would feel about the games if I were Roman. Like that's how I would feel. Sorry, I don't love sports, it's fine. All right, C. Plinius Calvicio Suo, and then an S. So this has two abbreviations in it that you'll need to know. The C stands for Pliny's first name. His first name is Gaius, and it's weird that that is a C abbreviation, but the G was already taken, so sorry. And then the S over here, let me write out for you, is salutem. And then kind of an unspoken other word is like mito or do, something about like ice, or sorry, probably mit. Right. He sends greetings. So Gaius Plinius sends a greeting, gives a greeting. That's that S is salutem. To Calvisius, and then Suus, his own, to his own Calvisius. It's kind of like dear in English, but it's like his own buddy. And then we actually jump into the letter. So Gaius Plinius sends greetings to his own Calvisius. I am spending, that's actually your verb all the way down at the end. I am passing, I passed, guess it's perfect tense, yeah. All this time amongst the like writing tablets and little books in very peaceful, very calming, very joyful, quiet. So he's kind of setting up the scene. He's spending all of his time like writing and reading in very peaceful, very joyful, quiet, very sweet, quiet. You ask, now remember the you here, because this is you ask, that's going to be Calvisius. So he's Pliny, he is anticipating if he were talking to his friend, he would say, oh, I'm spending all this time reading and writing. And his friend would say, how are you doing that in the city? So he's anticipating his question, which is, how are you able in the city? How are you able to spend all this time reading and writing in the city in the quiet? Because normally the city would be so loud. And Pliny knows that it's so loud, and Calvisius would know that it's so loud. So he's anticipating that question. And then this is his answer. So starting here, this is Pliny again writing, and he's giving his answer to how are you able to find so much quiet in the city? There were circuses, there were circus games. By which type, it's an ablative of means, by which type of spectacle I am held, indeed not very lightly. This is basically saying not certainly super lightly, not even super lightly. It has no hold over me. Yeah. It's interestingly enough, you would think that starting off with like by what type of spectacle, it would be an ablative, or excuse me, a relative clause of characteristic, but it's not. That's just a passive present tense. Yeah, by what type of spectacle I am held, not very lightly, certainly not very lightly, certainly not lightly at all. And then here's your verb, and weirdly enough, this one is subjunctive. So it may hold nothing new. Now I would have put a comma here. Nothing like a variety, nothing various, nothing which like has been seen not once, meaning nothing that you haven't seen a whole bunch of times. All the games are the same. I'll switch colors for you. That'll help. Use that color. By which, or like on account of which, maybe that's a connecting relative. We see those so infrequently. That's a connecting relative. On account of which, I wonder more, meaning like because it often offers nothing new, because every single set of games is the same, it makes me wonder even more, right? So on account of which, I wonder more that, now we're in an indirect statement. so many thousands, it's accusative because it's the subject in an indirect statement, of men. That says of. That weird purple squiggle says of in cursive, kind of. It's supposed to show you that we're Railroad's genitive. So I wonder all the more that so many thousands of men so childishly, can you see the word puer in there? Yeah, boyishly, again and again, want or desire, wish for the running horses. That's a present active participle in there. Currentes equos, the running horses. This is an infinitive because it's an indirect statement, right? Our verb will be an infinitive in an indirect statement. So on account of which I wonder more that so many thousands of men so childishly again and again wish for running horses. Now, there's no and in here. I think you need one. I think it's a little asyndeton. And to see, or they see, sorry, it's an indirect statement, it's a verb. And they see men standing in their chariots. Notice the synthesis here. A, B, A, B. Yeah, synthesis there with a polysyndeton, or excuse me, an asyndeton in the middle there. So many thousands of men, so boyishly, again and again, wish for, desire the running horses, see, watch men standing on their chariots. So he's saying, like, why do they just want to go see the same thing over and over again? It's so childish that you just go and watch the same exact event over and over and over again. Why do you still care? I feel pretty akin to Pliny here. I understand what he's saying. And now he's kind of making a counter argument. I'm going to switch colors for you again to show you this is he's saying, like, I would get it if this were true, but it's not, so I don't get it. So he's saying, if, however, now we've got out, out. So if, however, either by the speed of the horses or by the skill of the men, that says they were drawn. Excuse me, that was a bad little mark. Hold on. They were drawn, meaning if these men came and wanted to see the horses, if they were drawn by the speed of the horses or by the skill of the men, the ratio, the reasoning would be nothing, right? I would get it if they were coming to the circuses to see the really fast horses or to see the really skilled men, but they're not. This is a present contrary to fact conditional, which is weird, but that's what it is. It's saying presently, like, if this were true, if they were dragged by skill, then I would understand the reasoning, but I don't. So it's a present contrary to fact. So if, however, either by the speed of the horses or by the skill of the men, were dragged. There's also an A, B, A, in there. This one and this one. Yeah, there's so many lines on here. It's kind of confusing. A, B, B, A. The reasoning would be nothing. Now that's nunc. They give favor to the colorful jersey. That's the shirt that's a certain color, the team color that they would wear. That's the pano, like their team jersey. So now they favor the jersey. They love the jersey. Notice that again, clever A, B, B, A in there. And I like this one. If on the course itself, like during the middle of the race, right? If on the course itself and in the middle of the race, here's your hic color, this color is transferred to that one. And that one, that color, is transferred to this one. Meaning if they switched jerseys, if the two men switched jerseys, this color went to that one and that color went to this one, the fan would transfer his zeal and favor. So I don't even care about the person. I don't care about their skill. I don't care about their horses. I just care about the color of their jersey. It's kind of like Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady, they're saying you don't even care about Tom Brady, you just care about the Patriots. So you loved Tom Brady while he was a Patriot, but now that he's got on that, whatever new team he's on, whenever he's got on that jersey, like I don't even care about Tom Brady anymore because he's got the wrong jersey on. Now I'm all in on the new Patriots quarterback who we already probably know who it is, but I don't. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all, that was such a good sports analogy. If I just remembered what team he went to or like who replaced him. I got nothing, y'all. He came back and he's not a Patriot anymore. And so now the Patriots don't care about Tom Brady, even though he's been their guy for so long. They really care about the Patriots jersey, not actually about Tom Brady. That was almost a really good sports analogy by Miss Kuhn. Just pretend like I really nailed it there then. Thanks, guys. All right, and repente. I think I gave you repente down there. Maybe not. Repeatedly, they leave behind. They being the fans, they leave behind those chariot drivers. I would have put a comma here. Those horses whose, or probably whom, they were knowing recently. They leave behind those chariot drivers, those horses whom they were getting to know recently, whose names they were shouting. They just leave them behind, right? I was just getting to know the horses and the charioteers. I was just getting to know their names. I was shouting their names. I was so into it. Then they switched teams and now I don't really care about them. So he's questioning what they are really cheering for. Pliny doesn't really get it. He's like, you're just cheering for the same colored team. Like, why do you care? You're not watching for their skill. You're not watching how cool the horses are. You're really just wanting your color shirt to go across the finish line first. And I don't get it at all. So Pliny's obviously very wise and really understands the heart of sports. And that's all for today.